How to write your CV. Hi, my name is Chris Stone, and this how-to video will tell you how to write your CV. A CV is effectively a summary of your skills and experience. Having a well laid out and clearly structured CV can increase your chances of getting your foot in the door and landing a job interview. Your CV is often the first piece of information an employer will receive about you, and as such, their first impression of you will be based on the information that you include. Employers often use CVs to assess which candidate would be the most suitable for a job, so it really is your chance to sell yourself. Choose your CV style. Firstly, you need to choose the style which matches the jobs you're applying for. When it comes to your CV, you need to consider which format you will use. There are several different types, each relating to the type of employment sector or to the post advertised. These include conventional. This is the most common form of CV. This details your education, qualifications, work experience, skills, interests and references. Skills-based. This type of CV focuses more upon the skills that you have to offer and provides evidence for how and where your skills were developed. Whilst factual details such as your work experience and qualifications are included, they are kept to a minimum. Academic. This CV format is widely used for postgraduate job applications. The emphasis here is placed upon the areas of academic interest and subjects studied, projects and dissertations undertaken, and additionally, details of the results that have been obtained. Scientific and technical. In this form of CV, detailed information is provided about courseworks and projects undertaken, and also the procedures and equipment that have been followed along the way. Technical buzzwords are often important here, and as such, use of keywords is important. Creative. This type of CV is the most appropriate to jobs that are within the media and advertising industry. Jobs here are often very competitive, therefore, you should use your imagination when presenting the information you wish to include, whilst also assuring that you clearly demonstrate why you are suitable for the position. Whatever format you choose to use, always remember that this is your opportunity to sell yourself to an employer, and so you should make the most of it. Information to include on your CV. You should begin your CV with your personal details, your key contact information for the employer. Here, you should include your name, your address, your contact number, home or mobile, and your email address. Directly following this, you should write a short personal statement. This will be a short statement to show your personal qualities and experience and skills. Make sure you sell yourself by using positive words such as adaptable, competent and motivated. Always ensure that you alter this statement depending on the requirements for each different job you apply for, as this will help you clearly outline why you're the right person for the job. Next, include your education and any professional training you may have gained. Include here the names of any schools, colleges or universities attended, the dates you started and finished studying, and also your grades and/or qualifications achieved. If you are still in education and seeking part-time work, you should mention what year you are currently in. More information to include. One of the most important sections of your CV is your employment history. This part of your CV should outline your work experiences, organised from most recent to the least recent employer. Content to include here will be the employer's name, the period of employment including the day you started and finished work with the company, your job title, your roles and responsibilities. Here is where you should write what you actually did while you're at work, and also include the skills you gained from these responsibilities. For example, organisational and communicational skills. Include a separate heading for your skills and achievements. In this section, you should list all of the skills and achievements that you've gained or accomplished. These may be sporting achievements, memberships of clubs, volunteer work, and also the computer packages that you know how to use. Show who you are. Additionally, a short paragraph on your hobbies and interests helps personalise your CV further. These interests can include socialising with friends, swimming, reading and cycling, among many others. Lastly, at the end of your CV, include a section for your references. If you have been given permission by your references to include their information, then provide their names, title, their position to you in your current or previous role, their business address, telephone number and business email address. Alternatively, simply put references available upon request. Keywording. The concept of keywording has become an increasingly important tool in a job hunter's arsenal. Due to the increasing use of technology, recruiters and companies using job boards are able to search through thousands of candidates through the use of keyword searches. As a result, a database can be quickly searched for keywords and phrases that may be included on your CV. Recruiters may search for keywords including job titles such as Customer Services Advisor or for qualifications, e.g. 17th edition or City and Guilds 2382. Mirror the language used in job adverts. Be sure to replicate the language used in job advertisements when you're searching for a specific job role. If the advert mentioned the title Customer Service Advisor and you've worked in the same role before but it was worded in a different way, e.g. Customer Assistant or Team Member, then mirror the language that has been used. Assure that you're using the appropriate job title, as you'll be surprised how many people out there who work in a certain role but don't actually include it on their CV. If your job title is unusual, and this often occurs in public sector work, then it's okay to translate your role to one that is similar, as long as you don't overstate your responsibilities. This way, your CV will be more easily found when recruiters conduct database searches. Repetition can be useful. Often, the more times that these certain phrases and keywords appear on your CV, the more often they will be found in searches. Due to this, it can be a good idea to ensure you use these keywords frequently throughout your CV. Mention your job title in your personal profile. Refer to yourself as your title when describing your responsibilities and experiences. This way, you'll increase your chances of being found by recruiters and hopefully secure yourself more interviews. Do's and don'ts. Do use confident and positive language, such as improved, increased, initiated, developed and delivered when describing your working and professional experience. Do encourage the employer to keep reading. Ensure that the first page of your CV includes a strong personal statement and focuses on your greatest successes and achievements. Do sell yourself. Assure that you include any other skills or abilities which may set you apart from the crowd, such as any languages or IT skills you may have. Make sure that the most important information about you is on your CV. Using your covering letter can allow you to highlight these skills in reference to the job role as well. Do check, and check again. Thoroughly spell and grammar check your CV. Poor spelling is one of the easier ways to remove weaker candidates when an employer is faced with a number of CVs. Don't just rely on the computer spell checker either. Have a friend or family member read it through for you. Don't lie on your CV. Whilst expanding on the truth in your CV may appear tempting, it is not the wisest choice. This may come in the form of exaggerating your responsibilities in a past role, or even making one up entirely. If you do get a job based on this, you could be let go pretty quickly once the employer realises that your skills and experiences don't match up. White lies have a way of snowballing out of control, particularly if you keep having to lie in order to cover them up, so it's best to maintain honesty on your CV. If you do come across an advertised role you feel that you'll be ideal for, but are lacking a bit of experience or a certain skill, be honest on your CV and apply anyway. This is your opportunity to use your covering letter to show your potential and willingness to learn. It is likely that you will already have a number of transferable skills that the employer would love to have. Don't get too creative. Avoid being too creative on your CV. Using elaborate fonts and colours come across gimmicky and may be off-putting to your employers. Additionally, altered formats are difficult to upload quickly to job boards. Don't talk in cliches. Steer clear of using phrases such as "I am a highly motivated individual who works well on my own or in a team," or "I have exceptional communicational skills and am able to work under pressure." Employers will have heard all of these statements before and will find them dull. Instead, carefully choose your wording, ensure that it is factual and aim to capture the employer's attention. Don't make your CV too long. Try to be brief but accurate with your details. Your CV should be no more than 2 pages long. Therefore, try to be concise and only include the relevant details if you are struggling. Qualifications or work experience that occurred over 10 years ago may not be applicable for the role you're applying for, so may be worth leaving out. A full example of a CV can be seen if you follow the link below this video.